Well, after stalling in the Senate just last year, a bill that would make daylight saving time permanent year-round was passed in the U.S. House of Representatives last week. That change could mean later sunrises in parts of the country during the winter, like here in Iowa, which could lead to health impacts. Our own Gabe Pro joins us in studio this morning with more. Good morning, Gabe.
Yeah, good morning, Justin. You know, getting rid of daylight saving time would of course mean not falling back, turning our clocks back in the winter, which would keep sunsets and then also sunrises later. Now that creates some complications since the amount of sunlight Central Iowa gets in a given day changes depending on the time of year. You can see that here in the graph. Of course, in the summertime, it's when our hours of sunlight peaks. And then as we go through the fall months and of course into the winter, that's where we kind of bottom out as far as the number of hours of daylight. Here's where those peaks actually end up at. In the summertime, we peak in the late June at just over 15 hours of daylight, as opposed to in the heart of winter, late December, early January, just over 9 hours of daylight. So our sunrises and sunsets change accordingly during those times of the year because of the Earth's tilt. So if we would not fall back or turn our clocks back in the wintertime, here's where some of those sunrises would end up. In fact, in some parts of the country, parts of North Dakota and Montana, the sun wouldn't rise until 10 a.m. or later than that. And for the state of Iowa, we'd be talking about a sunrise around 8:30 to 9 in the morning during the winter time. So here's kind of where those times actually end up. Of course, this is currently where we are in the summer. Our earliest sunrise is just after 5:30 in the morning, our latest sunset just before 9 p.m. But if we kept daylight saving time year round, our latest sunrise would end up being at around 8:40 in the morning. Our earliest sunset, 5:45. So that's the benefit there that some people see with keeping daylight saving time year round. But of course, a later sunrise like this could have health impacts and is a cause for concern. But according to one medical expert we spoke with, other factors could actually end up being more important than when the sun rises when it comes to our sleep.
This would be an important variable in someone who's already, healthy lifestyle, predictable sleep routine, and then this changes, there could be some effects, but in this day and age, there are so many variables that impact our bedtime, our wake time, how hard or easy it is to get to sleep. And so I don't know how wildly impactful this bill change will actually be.
So we could see some circadian rhythm impacts, but maybe not super huge in the grand scheme of things. While President Trump has signaled his support for this bill, the Sunshine Protection Act now heads to the Senate, where it faces an uncertain future. And just for a bit of history context, in the 1970s, President Nixon signed a similar bill to conserve energy during the oil crisis, but it was repealed less than a year later as Americans grew tired of dark mornings. So we'll see what happens this time around, but no matter what, we would be looking at some later sunrises in the wintertime, Justin.
Yeah, as we know, mornings are already tough, but to add more darkness, some people just can't put up with that. No doubt. We'll see what happens. We'll be following closely. Thank you, Gabe.